So please concentrate, listen to me very, very carefully. Any doubt, ask me immediately. Okay? Let us begin. We are going to understand about the terms debit and credit. Okay? Debit, credit. What are they actually? Debit, credit. In the previous classes, we were doing accounting equation. Okay? Accounting equation. And by doing that, we came to a conclusion that always assets will be equal to liability plus capital. Am I right? We were proving that. Okay? Yes? By now, I hope all are comfortable with it. You have the confidence to solve the problem. We'll do more of it. Okay, but coming to debit and credit, I had already told you what is debit and credit. Please tell me, what was this debit and credit? Anyone remember? Which is that principle which we discussed about this debit and credit? Which was that principle? Dual aspect principle. Very good, Pranav. Dual aspect principle. Pavitra, long time? What happened to you? Okay, please switch on the video. Anyways, so that was the principle where we discussed about debit and credit for the first time. And what was that principle all about? Yes? Dual aspect principle. Yes, what was that? Yes, tell me.
Giving and receiving.
Giving and receiving. Every transaction will have two aspects, a giving aspect as well as a receiving aspect. And we said that receiving aspect is called, what is that? Receiving aspect is called? Krishnanuni, tell me.
Debit.
Debit, okay. And giving aspect is called? Credit, okay. So we know that there are two aspects, giving aspect, receiving aspect, debit, credit. Okay, actually what is this aspect, debit, credit? What are they? Actually they are just tools, okay. They are just the tools which are used to record this transaction. We know that in a business several transactions take place and it is very difficult to remember everything. So what we do, we record it, we keep a note of it in a book, okay. And how are we going to record these transactions? Something should be given debit, something should be given credit, okay. So debit and credit are just tools to record. There are some places, two places where you record the two aspect. Am I clear? So what do you understand? Debit, credit, two words, they are the tools that we use to record the transaction. And I'll tell you, it is just two places. A particular amount, we'll write it one place. That amount or something else, we'll write it in another place. So this is the place where you record it. Okay. So debit and credit are tools used for recording transactions. And let me tell you, the debit we usually represent it this way. Debit, DR dot. Wherever you find DR dot, that means it is debit. And similarly, credit, you write it this way. CR dot. Okay? CR dot. Debit, credit. And now, we know what are accounts. Do you know what are accounts? Account. What do you understand by accounts? Not the accounting aspect, account. We maintain account. I have told you in the previous classes. Anyone remembers? No. Pranav said no. No? Okay. See. One day we spoke about Facebook accounts, Instagram accounts. You remember that? Yes, yes. What was that? What did I tell you then? I told you these are the places where you find the term accounts. That's it, okay? So, account means when you prepared the equation, you must have noted that, just a second. Okay, when you prepared the equation, you noted that everything related to cash were written under cash. Yes, machinery, if something was there related to machinery, everything related to machinery, we wrote it under that particular heading. Am I right? So, account means it is a place provided for each of these heads. If I want to maintain a book about you all students, what I do? I write everybody's informations together in a single place? No. What I do? I make a separate page for Anish. I write everything about Anish in that particular page only. If I want to write something about Akshay, another page, I'll take another page, I'll write the name Akshay and everything related to him, I'll write it over there. Similarly, in the business, account is the place where you record the transactions related to all that particular head or item, you can say. You understand? So, account is this way. It is in the T shape. An account means it looks like T. I'll show you. If it is Vishnu's account, I am going to prepare an account of Vishnu. So, I'll write Vishnu account. I'll give the name Vishnu account. And see, isn't a capital letter T? Don't you find a capital letter T? And in an account, this is how it looks. Okay, and we'll provide columns also here. That is another thing. Here we will give the amount column, amount. Again, here also we'll have 2 amount columns. Okay, and you can see this is my left hand side and this is the right hand side. Am I right? Right. So, this is how an account looks like, and debit and credit means the left hand side of this account is called debit and the right hand side is called credit. That's all. So, understand that debit means it is the left side of the account, credit means it is the right side of the account. Nothing related to meaning, no meaning for it. Don't bring any meaning to it. That's what I want to say. Okay, it is just the 2 sides, debit, credit. Do you understand? So, they are just 2 positions maintained, left side, right side. Okay, we learn about this, we'll be preparing the accounts very soon, but this is a way a account looks like, T account, you can see in my slide. Yes, don't you see? Account name will be written, it is a T account. We say that it is a T account. It will have a left hand side and also a right hand side. Left side is called debit side, right hand side is called the credit side. Will you forget this? You shouldn't forget. No. Okay? Yes, please understand. Keep it in your mind. Okay. Now, about account. Once again, let me tell you about account. An account is a statement wherein information relating to an item or a group of similar items are accumulated. Okay, so it is a place, it is a statement where a particular item, all information related to that item is recorded there or it is mentioned over there. The simplest form an account has 3 parts. Which were the parts? 3 parts. First one, it will have an account name, then a left hand side which is the debit side, right hand side called the credit side. These are the three parts of an account. Okay. The left hand side of any account is called the debit side and the right hand side is called the credit side. Okay. That's it. That's enough from the slide. We'll discuss it again. So, never ever don't ask me what is this debit and credit. I have come across such students after learning everything at last. Actually, what is the meaning of this debit and credit? There is no meaning. It is just the position. Okay, it is a place, left side, right side. Okay. So here you can see the ledger account again. That's it. Now we are going to see the rules of debit and credit. I told you for an account, if I am maintaining an account, if suppose purchased goods from my slide. Purchased goods from Anish. This is a transaction. So here what is happening? Purchased goods from Anish. What kind of a transaction is this? Krishnanuni, tell me. You were absent in the previous class. Tell me.
Credit transaction.
Yes?
Is it credit transaction?
It is a credit transaction. So what are the two items included here?
Stock, cash.
Yes?
Stock, purchased. Goods means
Stock.
stock.
Yeah. Stock. Okay, stock. Stock is involved and
It's a credit transaction.
yeah. So
Cash.
stock, no.
Cash is included.
It is a credit transaction. You told me that it is a credit transaction. Then where is the cash?
Uh, I don't know, ma'am. Only stock.
Okay. It is Anish. Who's Anish? Anish, where are you? Who's this Anish here? Purchase goods from Anish. What are you in this transaction? Anish?
Creditor.
Creditor. Very good. He is the creditor. Krishnanuni, please practice, okay? It is important. These are the basics. Okay, anyway. Stock and creditors. Now I am going to prepare the creditor. Here we have the name Anish. So I am going to prepare Anish account. Okay, I want to record this. You should come in my book. So Anish account. So we know that there is something I have to record. Some information I have to give it to Anish. Where will I write this? Whether it is in the left hand side, that is on the debit side, or credit side. Where to write it? Okay. To write this debit and credit, we have certain rules. We want to know certain rules. Okay. Only after knowing these rules we can apply this. I mean, we can record this. So understand, here it is Anish, and here regarding when you record it in the account, here we know that it is stock and creditors. So it will come under the account purchases. Okay, we will write it under the heading purchases account or purchase account. Okay, purchase account. Keep it in your mind. When it is stock, when you are buying, selling stock for cash or credit, we will bring it under the heading. Which account? This is the account. In which account we will write it? We will write it under purchases account. Okay. Anyway, again we want to write a purchase account. Where will I write the amount now? Whether it is on the left side or the right side. Where to write? So let us see what are the rules now. Rules. Rules of debit and credit. Before moving to rules, let me tell you, these rules, there are two approaches towards these rules. How many approaches?
Two.
Two. TWO. Two approaches are there. Traditional approach and modern approach. Okay? Traditional approach, modern approach. And it is very important that you should know both of this, but we will be following the modern approach. That is the one that is given in your textbook. That is the approach that is followed now by everyone. Okay, so how many approaches are there?
Two.
Two. Which are they?
Modern and traditional.
Traditional and modern. Let us begin with the traditional. It is a one traditional one. So let us start with traditional as well as modern approach. Rules of debit and credit. Transaction. Here, under the traditional approach, all these accounts means the name that you give it to the account: cash account, purchase account, Anish account, creditor account, debtor account, sales account, all those accounts, we will classify that into 3 types of accounts. Okay? For this purpose, business transactions can be classified into 3 categories. The business transactions classified into 3 categories. Transaction relating to people, persons, people involved. As we said, purchased goods from Anish. So there is a person called Anish. So they are transactions related to people. Okay? Transaction relating to properties and assets. And transactions relating to income, expenses, income, profit, gain, expenses, loss. So what did we do? According to this traditional approach, all the transactions we are classifying it into 3. Okay? Into 3. Transactions relating to people, transactions related to asset or property, transaction related to income, expense. Okay. Now, the transactions related to people, they are called personal accounts. They are called personal accounts. And the transactions related to asset, they are called the real accounts. Real. I'll tell you, we are going to explain everything in detail. And income and expense, they are called nominal accounts. Okay? Personal accounts, real accounts, nominal accounts. Personal account, real account, nominal account. Personal account, what are they now? Personal accounts. These accounts types are related to people. These persons may be natural people, natural person, all of us, we are all natural, original people. Okay, as I said, Anish account, Krishnanunni account, Pranav account, Aparna account, these are all real people. Aren't you all real people? Original people? Yes. So they are the persons, the natural persons. So that is personal account. There can also be artificial persons. Artificial persons means the company, the business, the organization. Okay? See, example, Rajesh and Suresh Trading Company. That is a company's name. We know that we can, the partnership firms, the companies, they can open bank account in their names. They have separate legal existence. XYZ Bank Limited account. C Company Limited account. Okay? Vegetable shop, supermarket, Elite supermarket account. My video gone. Okay. So that is personal account. Personal account again we are dividing into 3. Natural person, artificial person, and we have representative persons, representative personal accounts. So personal accounts, already the accounts, yes?
Can you show the before slide?
Sorry?
Can you show the before slide?
Yes. Is it visible? Is it okay? Should I
Yes, ma'am.
zoom out, zoom in, anything to be done?
No. It's okay.
Okay, okay. So, what is this approach? We are discussing about which approach?
Personal account.
Approach. I'm asking the approach. Which is the yes?
Traditional.
Traditional, yes. Traditional approach. This is the traditional approach. We are discussing about that. Under this traditional approach, all the transaction, all the accounts involved, we are dividing into three: personal account, real account, nominal account. And now we are discussing about personal account. Personal account, again we have three types. But just understand, personal account means people, person, people. Okay? So personal accounts, there are three types. Now what are these personal representative accounts? That means salary. Actually salary is an expense. At the end I'll tell you the difference. But still salary is an expense. You know, you have to give salary to your staff, your employee. So when the salary has to be given to an employee, that means that is something that is related to a person. It is representing a person. Yes, salary is given to a person. Am I right? So, in one sense, salary payable account, okay, it is called personal representative account. You are representing a person. The salary payable account, salary is given to a person. So that's why salary payable account is considered as what? Personal account. Clear? So the rule for personal account, very important. You should by heart this. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. These are called, see these rules, these are called the golden rules of accounting. Golden rules. These are the rules we are going to apply now. We are going to start doing the accounting part. Accounting equation was just a very a portion just to make you understand the asset is equal to liability plus capital. We haven't started preparing accounts. Okay, it is accounting equation just gave you an idea. This is happening. We are going to begin the recording. So these are the rules. So this is the first rule, personal account. Wherever you find a person in a transaction, we discussed purchased goods from Anish account. So you understood that there is a person, Anish is there in the transaction. Then you will apply this, debit the receiver, credit the giver. I'll tell you that. Let me give you an example. So the transaction was purchased goods from Anish. That is the transaction. I told you when you purchase or sell goods, okay, it is actually the stock. In the business terms, it is called stock. But coming to the accounting terms, we record. This is purchase, so we record it under purchase account. We make the account in the heading purchase account. And what is the other person? Here we have Anish. Anish account. Till now it is clear, no? For everyone? Yes or no? Yes. So what is the rule? Debit the receiver. That means you will give debit to the receiver. If somebody is receiving, then you will give debit there. Credit the giver. If it is a person who is giving you something, then you will give credit to the giver. So here in this particular transaction, purchased goods from Anish. What is Anish doing here? Is he receiving the goods or giving the goods?
Giving
Yes.
the goods.
Purchased goods from Anish. We have purchased goods from Anish. So what is Anish doing in this particular transaction? Is
Giving
he
goods.
giving us in the sense the business, or receiving something? Goods. What is he doing? Is he giving the goods or receiving the goods?
Giving the goods.
Yes?
Is giving the good.
He is giving the goods. Very good. He is giving the goods. So, what should be done to giver? What is the one debit or credit? What do we give it to Anish?
Credit.
Credit. Yes. So, you will credit Anish account. And automatically there is only two aspects, debit and credit. So, one is credit, other one debit. Am I right? So, when there is people involved, it is personal account. You will identify the person, that is Anish account here, and you will apply this rule. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Repeat, everyone, I need a chorus. What is the rule?
Debit the receiver, credit the giver.
Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Everyone, unmute.
Debit the receiver, credit the giver.
Very good. Yes. Repeat.
Debit the receiver, credit the receiver.
Uh,
The giver.
okay. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Yeah, you're right. Anyone? Yes, Rahul.
Debit is the receiver and credit is the giver.
Credit the giver. Very good. Yes. Sayujya.
Debit the receiver, credit the giver.
Krishna.
Debit the receiver and credit the giver.
Very good. What is this rule about? For which account?
Personal account.
Personal account. Vishnu, say the rule. Personal account rule.
Debit the receiver and
Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Akshay.
giver.
Debit the receiver, credit the giver.
Very good, very good. Okay, good. So let's continue. So now your personal account is clear? You know personal account now? Everybody know personal account? Yes. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Now let's move on to real account. Real. So from the word you can know what is real. Something that is real, original, real. There is something existing. So the asset or property, building. When you hear the term building, you can picturize it. There is a building. It is real. Am I right? Is it imaginary? No, it is original. It is there, real. So that is a real account. Real accounts are related to assets or property. And you know that we can classify it again, tangible assets, intangible assets. So here also the real account, we have two kinds. Tangible real account, intangible real account. Tell me, what are tangible assets?
We can physically touch.
Yes? Louder please.
It's physical touch. Present.
The assets which can be seen and touched. Okay, they are tangible. How about the intangible?
It cannot be touched.
Yes, it cannot be seen or touched. That is intangible. So tangible real accounts, so you may note it down: building account, cash account, stationery account, inventory account, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture. These are all tangible real accounts. Okay? And intangible means what? Goodwill, patent, copyright, trademark. These are all intangible. Copyright. We discussed all these during the time of asset. They cannot be seen or touched, but there is some value associated with it. Goodwill, good name, the reputation of the firm, reputation of the company. Okay, so they are intangible. And coming to the rule, here we have the rule: debit what comes in, credit what goes out. This is the rule. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Rule of real account. Yes, Alan, what is the matter? Yes, tell me the rule for personal account, Alan, once again. Personal account.
Debit Debit the receiver, credit the giver.
Very good. Okay. And here is the rule for real account. Real. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Okay. This is the rule for real account. You can see an example here. I have written it. Machinery purchased for cash. So what are the two aspects here? Machinery purchased for cash. I want to hear from you. Machinery.
Yes.
Purchased for cash. So it is a cash transaction. What are involved?
Cash machinery.
Machinery as well as cash. Okay. Now what are they both? What are they both? Which category they do? They belong.
Tangible type.
Tangible assets. Very good. They are assets. Tangible assets. So what is the rule? What was the rule? Debit what comes in. What is coming inside?
Machinery.
Machinery. So debit what comes in. So which account are you going to give the debit? You will give debit to machinery. And automatically the next one becomes the credit. And also you can see debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Goes out. So here cash is going out. You are purchasing a machinery. So cash is going out. Am I right? Yes.
Ma'am.
So credit what goes out. Cash is going out. We will give credit to cash. Or else it is understood already when there is only two transaction. One becomes a debit. Automatically the other becomes a credit. Okay. Let's stop with this. It's time. So we discussed today what are debit and credit. What are debit and credit? Is there any meaning for debit and credit?
No meaning.
No.
They are, just,
Yes, continue.
they are like two opposite sides.
Two
Columns.
opposite sides. Yeah, two sides. You're right. Yes, it is just the names given to two sides. Left side, right side. Okay. Then the rules. I told you there are two approaches. Traditional approach, modern approach. We are with the traditional approach. Under the traditional approach, we are classifying all the transactions into how much? How many?
3.
3. Which are they?
Personal account, real account, and nominal account.
Very good. Yes, yes. Let's continue in the next session. Okay, just a second.